After years of mocking the technology, Samsung introduced an OLED TV. So, while Samsung describes the S95b as another OLED, it's more than that. This television has SmartThings app control and is compatible with services such as Ring, Arlo, Philips Hue, and Nanoleaf. So let us talk about the truth about Samsung S95b, and is it really worth it? 5. Features. The S95b, like other of Samsung's latest smart TVs, integrates with services like Ring, Arlo, Philips Hue, and Nanoleaf, and can be controlled using the SmartThings app in addition to the remotes. Multi-view allows for simultaneous viewing of two displays. Voice assistants like Alexa from Amazon, Google Assistant, and Samsung's Bixby are all supported, as is Google Duo if you hook up a camera to your TV.
Awesome!
Both console and PC players have much to explore in the gaming world, so stay tuned, because we're about to go into Samsung S95b gaming shortly. When the auto low latency mode is activated, the S95b QD OLED is automatically set to its most negligible latency state. To get even more responsive gameplay with games that support up to 4K/120Hz, turn on VRR. According to Samsung, action movies, sports, and games look smooth and crisp up to 4K at 120Hz. With Motion Accelerator Turbo Plus enhancements, you'll virtually eliminate your lag and lessen blur. For smoother visuals, console and PC users can use HDMI VRR and AMD FreeSync Premium. Interface. The full-screen interface has advanced in the current version of Tizen. The navigation is simple enough, but it seems like certain things need a few more clicks than before. A standard bulkier remote and a sleek, skinny, eco-friendly smart version that can be charged by ambient room light are also included. A navigation D-pad, shortcuts, voice control access, and fast buttons for activating applications like Disney Plus and Netflix are among the few buttons on its front. Unlike other Samsung televisions, there's no provision for monitoring the smart remote's current battery life in the settings.
Oops, not.
The smart remote doesn't respond to screen inputs quickly enough. Comparatively, using the standard battery-operated remote is significantly quicker while navigating the UI. 5 areas make up the user interface: search, ambience, gaming, media, and menu. 3. Gaming. The S95b is a fantastic display for video games. As we already mentioned, all 4 of its HDMIs offer the newest gaming features, such as 4K at 120Hz and variable frame rates, including AMD FreeSync and NVIDIA G-Sync. HDR games seem stunningly vibrant, punchy, crisp, and alive thanks to the display's exceptional color, contrast, and by OLED standards, brightness capabilities, and other aggressive Samsung presentation. Don't bother making any guesses about the overall picture quality, since that's what we'll be evaluating at number 1. However, the S95b's striking presentation can make specific vivid colors seem overexposed and flat. Without drastically lowering the contrast enhancer, which would take away much of the visual impact you've grown to enjoy, there isn't much you can do to repair this. There is also more evidence of the brightness instability when gaming that we sometimes saw with video sources, albeit curiously, it is generally less bothersome.
Great!
2. Sound. It's clear and well staged, with everyday TV audio and the sparse talkie sequences that make up most of a movie's running length. The OTS system does a surprisingly good job of having specific sound effects that seem to be coming from the proper spot, both on and slightly beyond the screen, particularly when it comes to Dolby Atmos mixes. The sound has a surprising forward depth, unlike what we've heard on previous Samsung TVs, where everything appears to be occurring behind the screen. In particular, the dialogue is neither stifled nor distant, but instead comes straight at you.
Not bad.
However, the S95b does not handle a high-density action scenario or a strong continuous low-frequency effect. First, there isn't nearly enough bass, making it difficult for powerful musical sequences to have an impact. The lack of bottom-end oomph and relatively low medium volume might cause the music to lose intensity and effects just when it should be accelerating. 2. Picture quality. While the S95b's immediate delivery of ultra-deep blacks is characteristic of the most fantastic OLED displays, its unprecedented brightness in both tiny highlights and more visibly over the whole screen sets it apart from other OLED TVs. Because the QD OLED image is RGB rather than RGBW, Samsung's new screen can provide a degree of color depth never previously seen on an OLED-based TV. You can see the S95b's whole, really a little wild, potential in terms of whole loudness by giving the TV's dynamic setting a spin, with an animated HDR film or a bright, colorful movie scene, like the town pageant sequence from It on 4K Blu-ray. Its vibrant colors deviate too far from the original, disrupting the harmony of the picture and detracting viewers from giving the kind of in-depth experience that most people want after showing off. To get the most out of the S95b's screen advantages in terms of brightness, contrast, and color volume without often pushing the image into unbalanced artificial terrain, we recommend going with the standard picture setting. Both upscaled HD and native 4K display excellent levels of sharpness, but the latter cannot be nearly as razor sharp as the best 4K LCD TVs from Samsung. Image clarity is maintained even when there is motion, mainly when some of Samsung's motion processing is applied to mitigate the natural judder of the panel. If you're a dedicated gamer though, you may want to choose the S95b's Quantum Dot OLED for its rapid reaction times, support for 4K at 120 FPS, and customizability across a range of refresh rates. But if you're not, we have another excellent smart TV you can purchase instead. Watch our video where we break down why everyone is excited about the LG C2.